And so Tony comes out with his solo album. Um, it had some of the biggest producers around. I'm surprised it didn't go gold. I don't think Giant knew how to market the album properly. Um, yeah, we were expecting big things from it, but it didn't do as well as it should. Did when he was going through all that, did you lose contact with him and was just like,
No, I like now Tony and I really did have a great relationship during those times. As a matter of fact, after that, he signed with Bad Boy,
oh
and
yes, yeah, I
yeah,
remember that.
yeah. So with the expectations of, just transforming or transitioning into, that whole Bad Boy family, we hung out, we would hang out with Puffy, and just, his career was still progressing, even though the Giant album didn't do as well. So, we still had big things or big expectations for him. Now, once he signed with Bad Boy and things didn't turn out the way, that's when a lot of his depression really kicked in. Yeah.
Now, I mean, and we talk about it now, and I do wonder. Now, October is Mental Health Awareness Week, October 15th. Do you guys who talks to who about what you're going through? Is he able to talk to you? Are you able to talk about?
Yeah, I mean, at that time, once again, we're still inexperienced with how, and I don't think anyone's ever prepared, to how do you deal with success and how do you deal with the declining of success. So, at that point, I still didn't know the severity of, what happened between the Bad Boy situation and everything. And I heard, we're hearing rumors about certain things. So wasn't really sure and just never really asked, and we would see, we would cross paths and we would talk and he was, still trying to make it seem like everything was good. But, I'm like, wait a minute, I'm hearing this and hearing that and no, no, no. So finally, it kind of just came out, you're not with Bad Boy anymore. And I mean, like I said, he took that really bad. I think he was dealing with his own struggles. So he finally, had got with some people and he tried this new group thing, the return. And I think that's when we kind of just, really had stopped dealing with each other personally at that point. And I wasn't really supportive of it, but a lot of things I was going through at the time, I didn't really want to be a part of it. And he was trying to change things as well. So didn't go well. We ended up having to take him to court behind, just using the name without permission. And things got ugly between us all. But we were able to, you know, to speak and just kind of find an understanding with it all. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, the name who took ownership of it of High Five?
Well, at that time, the guy, William Walton, still owned the name.
Okay.
So, and then, the story behind him is one within itself, but his son, who took over his legacy, owned it at the time. And the thing was, I was all for Tony doing his thing, but, you can't replace me and not expect me to just allow it to happen. And that was my thinking on it. So I was always in support of him. You could do high five music whenever you want, but you can't have other people singing with you when I'm a part of it.
Yeah.
But anyway, so we got control. We got control at that point, and we just didn't allow him to use it as he wished. Yeah.
Well, why do you think he didn't reach out to you guys to say, let's get the Gap Bang back together?
Well, the truth is, he did. Like we had a discussion about it, but the thing was, the people he would allow to be in control, they kind of had their own direction, and I wasn't necessarily in agreement to the way they were, approaching it. So, I reached out to the other guys. Hey, what do y'all think? What do you think? And the truth was, Tony kind of wanted more control, and he wanted to replace certain people, and I wasn't in agreement with that.
Yeah. So after the falling out, you guys were you guys able to reconcile after the league court battle? And but then, did you have plans to go back on the road after the court battle, or were you still like, let me do my 9 to 5, and
Oh yeah, well, I mean, initially we just kind of had the discussion of, hey, let's get everybody, let's try to get the originals who want to be involved back together. Let's try to record some music, and then see where it goes from there. And it was like we had several conversations. Things seemed to have been going well, and once again, Tony was still kind of dealing with his own thing, and God had a different direction at that point. But literally, so just generally speaking, I know that he and Tristan, were not on good terms, and so we finally got a chance to allow them to clear the air. And they spent some time together. We all hung out. We had several discussions, and 2 or 3 weeks later, we went home to be with his maker. So I just I think God had another plan, and it just took us time to process everything.
yeah, how was, I mean, we lost. I told you about my father passing away just last Christmas, so loss is really a challenge for all of us. How was it for yourself, especially because some of you know as from a kid? Did you feel like you could have been done more to help, or?
Of course, you always feel that way. You always kind of think back, like, what could I have done? I mean, I was devastated, and with his loss, I completely did not want to discuss high five. Like, I was done. I don't want to be, just disconnect me with it. I felt like, Tony was a great friend of mine, and we were really the only 2 original members who were consistent through it all. We lost Tori, we lost Pooh, we lost Russell. And so, we balanced it as much as we could. So, when Tony passed, it was just kind of like, wow, here I am, the only original left, and everybody that I was with from the beginning is not here. And so I just disconnected myself, from the world concerning high five. But I mean, like you say, you think about all the things you could have, should have, would have done. One thing I will say that gives me joy is I was able to tell him, man, I love you. I still love you, before he passed, and I feel like he received it and he knows it. So that gives me pleasure.
Yeah. Thanks for watching. Please remember to subscribe to the channel, but most importantly, to press the notification bell so that you can be notified when we do have a new interview. Loads to come, but thanks a lot for watching.
I begin to